Hey guys, what's up? Ark has just dropped a new roadmap and it's been over a year since they've done it. I'm joined here with my friend Binter. We've been playing through it together on our unofficial servers. Welcome, Binter.
Hey guys, what's up?
So anyways, we're just on the official website here and we're gonna just run through the roadmap and go from there. So I guess to start off with, there's the Lost Colony.
Lost Colony definitely look. It's been a hot second since they did any of the story continuation, so it'll be good to finally see a new story or a continuation of it, or maybe even like a new Explorer. I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be a new, because there's obviously the Explorer nodes, but I'm hoping that there's going to be a new Explorer, but we'll see.
The Explorer nodes, are those are the things that give you XP, right? That you find scattered throughout the map?
Exactly, yeah. And those are written by people who have come before us, kind of thing. And hopefully, with this new one, there might be like I don't know, bit of a tangent, but I really hope that they add a couple of new explorers or maybe some new factions that like
Do
write
you
these explorer nodes.
do you actually read those things?
They're pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
they do add a bit of lore to it, and there's like different timelines as well. Like there's like an ancient China one, and like all sorts of like different perspectives on the dinosaurs and stuff, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, when we started, we were just sort of like rushing through the content, so I didn't even bother reading them.
Yeah, they're definitely worth. The lore's really interesting, actually. So
Worth a
definitely
read.
give it.
Yeah, for sure. So this Lost Colony drops in November this year. If it all
Yeah,
going well, pre-orders in April, so it's a
pre-order.
deal.
There's definitely going to be. They're definitely going to have the pre-order in April, but if let's I don't think it'll be out in November. It'll probably be a December drop. Very
Yeah.
wild card, but hey, maybe.
Yeah, right. And the stuff that will be dropped in this, if you purchase it, receive early access to new gameplay systems and exclusive content. So that's like exclusive content with the DLC, but then also new gameplay systems, early access to new gameplay systems for future DLC. Do you think that's what they mean there?
Yeah, they haven't really elaborated on it, but I usually it's just you get a couple of new dinos, you might get some new random structures and that kind of thing. Every map usually brings what 10 different items and then a few extra dinos. It'll probably just be that. I wouldn't think it's going to be anything crazy, but it should be good anyway.
And then so the first stop on the roadmap, March 2025, ASA Unreal Engine 5.5 update. So this will be bringing improved optimization to the
Yeah,
game, right? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ark is on Unreal Engine 5.3 or 5.2.
Mhm.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but yeah, so 5.5 is going to be a big upgrade, hopefully. So we'll see.
Much needed, man.
Well,
Because when I'm
much
streaming,
needed. Yeah.
my processor is at 100% if I go into a cave. I don't know why. I think it's because, like we were saying, there's so many dinosaurs in such a small space, maybe so many polygons or something processing, but it just goes wild.
Yeah. Ragnarok though in April, very keen for that. Ragnarok is a fan favorite. I think it's the most downloaded non-official map. So basically, Ragnarok isn't a story mode map. It was made originally as a mod, I believe, by just a couple guys, like a single man team even. But
Oh,
yeah.
really?
So I think that guy's actually been added to the Arc team now, and he is
No
working
way.
on Ragnarok Ascent. And it adds griffins, and it's gonna also add a new
Bison?
creature called the Bison, so that'll be cool. And obviously, they gotta get their money's worth, so they're gonna add a fantastic tame as well. Hopefully, nothing too overpowered, but we haven't seen anything leaked on that yet. I don't think so.
So just to wrap my head around the Fantastic Tame, so I didn't know what this was, but apparently it's you pay to tame a dinosaur, is that right?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
So you have to pay to tame and ride it, and they came with the Pyro main, I think, in June. I know the PvP people out there will probably despise the word Pyro main, but it used to be very busted. I think they've nerfed it now. It's not too bad. The Dread Mare is also in. There's also a fantastic tame, and the I think actually no, the Armor Doggo is the other DLC. But yeah, no, fantastic
Oh,
tames.
this armor doggo on the this one?
Yeah, the Armor Doggo is part of Bob's Tall Tales, not
Right,
the
right.
Fantastic Tames. But yeah, same concept. If you don't own Bob's Tall Tales, you can't tame the Armor Doggo. Same
Hmm.
thing with Fantastic Tames, except I think it's a $5 purchase for each Fantastic Tame.
Right. So you can be
So
quite selective and choose which one you want.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The bison as well. To me that When I hear that, I think of like a dino that can either like transport stuff for you or perhaps collect things.
Yeah, I kind of have this feeling that it's going to be like a woolly rhino. Hopefully, it's going to do a bit of damage and like get wood or thatch. I wouldn't think it would be anything too amazing, but I know with recent updates they've made more dinos that are harder to tame and usually have like a bit of a better passive. So yeah,
Okay.
you know, he's open.
All right. So in June 2025, there's a new premium map to be released as well,
So I
but
think yeah,
yet to be announced.
that'll be Ark's first paid map release, which from what I can see is not Lost Colony. Yeah, I honestly have no idea about this one, but
We'll see
oh,
what
it's
happens.
just going to be another story one. But if it's usually with the paid maps, they're story ones.
Yeah, right. And then following on from that, August 2025, free Valgyrio ascended with a community voted free creature and a fantastic team.
Yeah, it's another map
Yeah.
from Ark Survival Evolved, and that was a pretty cool map. It added a couple new dinos from memory. Yeah, no complaints really. I follow the guy on Twitter, and he has a lot of insights. So and he's really good. He's been I don't know if he's officially in the Ark team, but he's working closely with the Ark team to make that all happen. I know he's working a lot behind the scenes for an August release, so we'll see how that goes.
How do they normally figure out, the community voted free creature? Where do they normally do that? Like, where do you vote for the free creature that you want? Is that normally on the
Yeah,
website or like probably on
yeah. I
the
think
Discord or something?
last time it was a website or something, and they
Okay.
had they added a I don't even remember what they added now. Yeah, it's kind of like the Ark the Minecraft mob vote if you ever like knew that. But yeah, that'll be announced soon, I hope, and we can see what they've cooked up for us. Usually you get 3 or 4 of them to vote for.
Oh, nice. Yeah, cool. I'll keep an eye out for that. And then lastly, the Fantastic Tame. So another page. Reading along here with ongoing work throughout the year, we want to take a bit more time to give Genesis Ascended Remaster the love and attention it deserves. And now we're looking at April, Free Genesis Ascended Part 1, and Bob's True Tales Part 1. So Genesis Ascended, is this a like a
They're both maps. Genesis
yeah.
part one and part two. They split them in Ark Survival Evolved as well. So in Genesis part one, they kind of had the different biomes were like separated, and you kind of had to use a teleport feature to get around.
All
I'm
right.
hoping that they get rid of that because it wasn't very useful, and I don't think no one really liked it. It did have a bunch of like mini games and stuff, which was cool. It had a cool concept
Yeah.
where you had to do mini games and you could get like blueprints and stuff for better armor and stuff by just doing, you know, like there was manta ray racing and stuff like
Manta
that.
Ray
Like you had to
Racing.
get
Nice.
better and better time. It was interesting. I don't think it really fit the theme of Ark, but it was a interesting concept at the very least. True Tales is going to be the new Bob's DLC season pass, whatever you want to call it. It's basically just a bunch of cosmetics and usually like a new dino each map.
Oh, I
So
see. I
like,
see. Yeah.
you get the armor doggo with extinction, and you get a few other different things like that.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
It's a season pass that like allows you to basically have fantastic tames essentially, but like
Mhm.
different types obviously. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
it's interesting.
Uh,
Interesting way to monetize. I actually like it more than because previously in the last game you had to buy each map, and I think this way of monetizing is better. I know it's not for everyone, but it's pretty
yeah.
nice.
So you get basically the bulk of it is free, and then that's outside of DLCs, and then you can
Yeah, and you can pay for it if you want to have a cool hat. Like
yeah, and then three fantastic tames spread throughout the year. Okay, cool. The same thing. We already heard about that. But just moving on the horizon.
there's Fyodor as well, the
Oh,
samurai,
Fyodor. Yeah, sorry.
which is like a Viking, almost kind of like Lord of the Rings type thing as well.
Oh,
It's
okay.
really cool.
I'm down for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's a cool one. It's got a bunch of like interesting bosses, like a huge dire wolf
Yeah,
and
nice. Wonder if we can take our mechs there and fight those.
yeah, probably.
All right. So just reading here, there's steady progress made on the Unreal Engine 5.5. This is on the horizon, bringing a range of impact full performance improvements. That's exactly what we want to hear, along with our ongoing work with DLC maps. Yeah, optional downloads. NVIDIA frame generation is also a priority. So this is kind of a topical point here because Binter, we were talking about this the other day with NVIDIA frame generation. I can see in the top right hand corner the FPS going up, but I don't the actual like experience. Sometimes I don't actually feel like it's actually hitting the frames that it says it is. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, we'll see what they eventually have, but I know because they did have it for a little bit and then they removed it, I think, because it wasn't. I'm not too sure why, to be honest. There was some reason, but yeah, it's now based on the AMD frame generation, which
Oh,
is, it exists. Hopefully with the NVIDIA stuff that you get some more frames.
and throwing some more surprise content additions, and we're looking for a jam-packed first quarter 2025. So I think that sort of just wraps it up in a nutshell. The roadmap for Ark 2025.
Yeah, looks promising. It has been a hot second since they since they updated us, so it's good to finally have a little bit of information. I hope that they don't make the fantastic tames too OP.
Historically, is that something that's happened? Like the fantastic teams are just like it basically pay to win.
Yeah, they make them pay to win for a couple weeks, and then they nerf them. Hopefully, they've learned their lesson because people weren't too happy last time.
Consider subscribing and liking if you found some value out of this content. We are streaming Arc every Friday now. We're going to stick to that format. So if you guys want to tune in and watch us get through some of this content this Friday, we're looking at probably doing a bit more farming and trying to get the last Titan. So we've done 2 out of the 3 Titans. And then once we beat that Titan, then we can fight the Mega Titan. Is that what it's called?
The King Titan.
King Titan. Yeah. Do you reckon we'll be able to do 2 in 1, or do we just need to do a bit more farming and breeding?
Probably 2-1. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. All right. All right. Sick. Well, yeah. Thanks again if you've watched this, and we'll see you hopefully on the live stream on Friday. Peace.